Welcome to our Spring 2021 commissioning ceremony. I'd like to welcome our cadets, cadre, and family members. As a note, we are adhering to local and state guidance regarding social distancing during this ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem. Please be seated. At this time, I'd like to introduce the officer in charge of this ceremony, Captain Brenay.
Good evening, Chancellor Henry, Provost Folds-Bennett, Lieutenant Colonel Ashby, Major Manis, Master Sergeant Turco, family, friends, faculty, staff, cadre, cadets, and supporters. I realize most of you are watching this on social media outlets, and I thank you for your time and support. On behalf of the University of Virginia's College at Wise Army ROTC Department, I would like to welcome each of you to the UVA Wise ROTC commissioning ceremony today. I am honored to stand before you as we commission these great Americans as second lieutenants in the United States Army. I'd like to start by taking a moment to give a round of applause to these two commissionees for their accomplishment in graduating from the University of Virginia's College at Wise. Cadets Cannon and Jessee, congratulations. As you two reflect on your time in ROTC here at UVA Wise, I want you to know that you are leaving a very positive legacy behind. I am extremely proud of you two and the work you have put in during your time here, especially as your time as seniors, where you two have been leading from the front as the UVA Wise ROTC program grows. This program is led by a chancellor and administration that is engaged and aggressively supports all initiatives. A college that resources its ROTC to promote success, and cadre that work tirelessly to provide the best training possible. However, it would be all for nothing if we did not have cadets that work as hard as you two have. After all, ROTC is, of course, cadet-led, and you two personify that. Now let's talk about the future. The academic challenge, ROTC training, physical fitness, long days and rigors of college life have come to an end. But I can assure you this is not the finish line. In fact, today marks the start line to you becoming a professional and commissioned officer. As I say that out loud, I want to emphasize it and assure you, make no mistake, there is no greater profession in the world. You are about to embark on a journey to lead America's sons and daughters in the world's greatest army to support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. I know that in itself gives you two a strong sense of responsibility and pride. Two items I'd like to briefly discuss with you today. Responsibility. Remember that as a leader and officer in the Army, you are much more than a manager. The first thing that you are going to find out is that you will easily get consumed with a mission and how to accomplish that mission. But if you stop there, you're going to merely be scratching the surface of what a true effective leader does. You see, no mission in themselves get accomplished without your soldiers, and that is why you have a responsibility to them. You must build competence in them by always ensuring they are trained, prepared, and ready to accomplish their jobs. In order to do this, you must remember to quickly humble yourselves and empower your non-commissioned officers. Whenever possible, this will ensure you build mutual trust and shared understanding between you and your soldiers. Most importantly, always seek the why behind everything you do to continuously add meaning to you and your soldiers' time. Remember this, if there is no why to be had, then it probably isn't worth spending time doing. Pride. You should have extreme sense of pride today. Pride for all the reasons mentioned so far. Pride for the uniform and what it represents. Pride for all who have come before you. And pride that America has entrusted you to train and lead their loved ones. Because of this, you need to ensure you take pride in all you do from here on out. Do it to the best of your ability, because your soldiers deserve that. Whether it's working on physical fitness, professional development, training, planning, supply accountability, caring for soldiers, or just day-to-day activities. Remember to take pride in it, and if you do, you will be setting a positive example for everyone who works or comes in contact with you. With this being said, I want to wish both of you a wonderful and inspiring career as officers in the Army. I look forward to possibly working with one of you in the future, but if I do not, I know that you too will take all that you have learned to date and use it to the best of your ability as you grow in experience and knowledge as an officer and a professional. Now, it is my distinct honor to introduce today's commissioning speaker, Colonel Retired Kyle Redman. Colonel Redman is a local to our community, served for 30 years as a commissioned officer in the Army before retirement, and has held many command and leadership positions throughout his professional and military civilian career. Many of you know him as an assistant professor for the ETSU and UVAY's ROTC programs, which he takes on in retirement to continue to groom and assist America's future leaders. Please be advised that Colonel Redman's full bio is available to view within the provided program. Ladies and gentlemen, Colonel Redman.
Thank you very much, Captain Brenay. It really is an honor for me to be here today to participate in this special event for cadets, Jessee and Conor. And I've gotten to know them over the last year or so, and they're fine young men. But first of all, I would like to, again, to recognize Chancellor Henry, Provost Foles-Bennett, and Mr. Binky, who are just tremendous supporters of the ROTC program, of our cadets, our staff, our cadre. Day after day, they support us here, and we're so thankful for you. Grateful. And also would like to acknowledge Major Monas and Master Sergeant Turco for their great leadership and guidance from ETSU. Thank you all very much for keeping everything going smoothly and helping us over here when we need support and coordination. So thank you all. Glad you're here. I'm supposed to stay close to this microphone, Jessee and Kim, because I don't have a mic on. But you know me, I move around a lot, don't I? So this is one more little talk for us, just like we've done all year long. Just kind of casual. You know, I don't have anything in front of me. We're just talking together again, okay? Well, today's been a long time coming, hasn't it? Don't worry, in just a couple more hours, you're going to get to pin those bars on. I won't talk any longer than that, I promise you, okay? But in all seriousness, I know that the families and the loved ones here today are just extremely proud of you. I know they are. And I don't want to embarrass you, and I'm not trying to make you, blush, but it's okay because you're behind a mask. You can blush if you want. But you both of you has just exhibited tremendous potential since the day you walked on campus. Really and truly, since the day you walked on campus here, you've been something special. Ken, you've been a starter on the football team for 3 years, and it would have been 4, wouldn't it? Would have been 4. But, we have an Army value called selfless service. And what did you do on the 4th year because we had coronavirus? You sure did. And you let someone else get that playing time. I mean, you could have started. You really could have. And Mom and Dad, how many football games did you all drive down to here? Every single home game. You were here for it. So, yes, I know how proud of him you are. I really do. He's a fine young man. He really is. And Jessee? Jessee is actually our very first national scholarship 4-year winner to attend UVA-Wise. And he could have gone anywhere. But he chose here, didn't you, Jessee? Because he's got family here. This is like home for him. And I'm sorry to have to say this, Jessee, but you are just one smart guy. You're going to graduate summa cum laude, aren't you? In the top 5. And you both of you all did all the Greek life and you did ROTC. There's a lot of responsibilities and it's very time consuming. But you still kept all of that up. You kept up the football. You kept up the academics. We're extremely proud of you. You know, we talked during the semester. I know you wanted to go to Italy. And I encouraged you. You wanted to go on active duty, Ken, and it didn't work out, did it? You're going to be in the Tennessee National Guard. But you guys have become such close friends over the last couple of years. You mean a lot to each other. And things work out for a reason, don't they? I believe that. You're going to be at Fort Campbell, Kentucky. And you're going to live in Nashville and drill probably 45 minutes from where Jessee's going to be living. You guys continue to rely on each other, stay in contact with each other, and I'm sure you will. You can go visit him down in Nashville. There'll be lots of things to do down there. Lots of things to do. So things work out for a reason, and I'm really happy for both of you. Before you leave campus, I got to give you one last pep talk, okay? One last pep talk before you walk out the door. And it's about Army values. It's for your benefit, but I will tell you, parents and loved ones, it's also for your benefit. Because you may have heard our Army values before, but I want to explain them just a little bit so that maybe you can understand what kind of person your son and your husband, future husband, is going to be. Okay? First Army value is loyalty. And in just a couple of minutes, Captain Brenay is going to recall you up here, and he's going to administer the oath and swear you in, and we're going to be able to say then Lieutenant Cannon and Lieutenant Jessee. That sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Sure does. But when you, at the very beginning of your oath of commissioning, it says, the words say, I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States, and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. You know who you're being loyal to? They're going to be loyal to the Constitution of the United States and to the Army and to their leadership, their subordinates, to our, just to our Army. And also the words that say bear true faith and allegiance to the same. Do y'all have any idea what that means? You have any idea? I mean, an idea of it would be, for example, you're making a personal commitment and a dedication to those principles, to support and defend the Constitution, the country, the Army. What's your name? Rachel. Rachel, it kind of sounds like a marriage vow to me. It sure does. He's going to make a personal commitment, and he's going to be dedicated. Ken, you're going to be the same way soon. He's working on it, I promise. Okay, he's working on it. I've talked to him a lot about it. That's kind of what it's like. It's the way you live your life, right? The next one is duty. Duty is fulfilling your obligations, right? Doing the things that you're responsible for doing. Captain Brenay talked about responsibility. And duty's not just completing your individual tasks on their own. When you do those things, it's part of the bigger mission. It's part of the big Army mission, the big picture. And you know, Cannon, whether you're a truck platoon leader 1 week, or Jessee, if you're a medical service platoon leader, you know, remember that big chart, that slide that I put up there that's got those 30 or 40 additional duties? When you get those 10 or 15 additional duties, give that 100% as well. Do your very best. no matter whether you're a truck platoon leader or the key custodian. Do your very best. Next is respect. This is a good one for all of us, really and truly. Treat people the way they should be treated. Treat people the way you would want to be treated. We've kind of heard that a long time in all our lives, haven't we? We call that the golden rule. So let's treat people the way we would want to be treated. With dignity and respect. That's in the soldier's code. It says, I will treat people with dignity and respect. When you get to Fort Campbell and when you get to the 278th, those soldiers are going to respect those lieutenant bars. They're going to respect your position, aren't they? But what do you have to do to earn their respect? Do the right thing and exhibit the Army values. Next is selfless service. This is going back to your marriage vows again, Jesse, all right? Selfless service is putting the needs or the welfare of the Army or the nation, the Army, your soldiers, before your own. He's going to do that for you too, Rachel. Okay? It means that the Army's not about one person. It's not about me. The Army's about a team, a collective group. That's what it's about. We don't do this for personal gain or recognition. Selfless service. I think you exhibited that already, Cannon, when you said, I'm not going to play sports, football this year. Someone else can get that playing time. I think that's putting, someone else before yourself. I really do. Go a little further, give a little more. Selfless service. Honor. That's a big one. Honor is really living the Army values. Doing your very, very best to live an honorable life. That's a tall order, isn't it? It really is. Our nation's highest award is the Medal of Honor. And the individuals that generally receive that award demonstrate all of the Army values, all the way down the line. They've shown selfless service. They've shown loyalty. They've shown integrity. They've shown personal courage. So, we are all human. We all make mistakes and we all fall short a lot. But do the very best you can to live an honorable life. And you can't go wrong. And that's not just while we're on duty. That's 24 hours a day. Next is integrity. Integrity is doing the right thing, both legally and morally, right? Doing the right thing when nobody's looking. We've all said that many times before. But if you do the right thing and your soldiers are aware of it, what are they going to do? They're going to trust you. They're going to respect you. That's how you build that trust and respect. That's how you do it. Do the right thing legally and morally. I know that you guys know how to do that. We've talked about law of land warfare. We've talked about rules of engagement, unlawful orders. You all know right from wrong in the Army. You do. Just follow it. Next is, where do we leave off? Integrity, personal courage. Personal courage, which is facing fear, danger, and adversity. We're not running at the first sign of adversity. We're not giving up at the first sign of adversity, are we? We're not. And you're both young and strong, and you have great stamina, and sometimes it's going to require physical courage. And that just happens instantly. But the thing that's harder about personal courage is to have moral courage. That goes back to integrity, of doing the right thing. And sometimes it's a whole lot harder to demonstrate moral courage than it is physical courage, because that's an instinct a lot of times. But moral courage takes determination. It takes commitment. It takes respect. It takes those Army values that we have. Those other values, they're all kind of linked together. personal courage. Stand up for your soldiers. Stand up for your leadership. Stand up for your country. And do the right thing. You know, when we talk about Army values one at a time, it's pretty easy to think, okay, yes, I can be a person of integrity. I can do the right thing even when nobody's looking. But when we list them all out together like that, it seems a little bit overwhelming, doesn't it? But you can do it. I know you too can do it. You have the potential in you. I've seen it. We've all seen it. I told you before, right, that not everybody's cut out to be in the Army, are they? How many times have I told you? Several. And even being a leader in the Army is a greater obligation and a greater responsibility. But I'm very, very confident in your potential, your ability, your ethics, and your values. So I want to tell you that I wish you the very best. Keep my phone number in your cell phone. How many lieutenants are walking around out here with an 06 cell phone number? Not that many. So you keep my phone number. If there's ever anything that I can do to help you, I'm just a phone call away or text. You know that I'll text. Right? Congratulations to you both. Thank you all.
Ladies and gentlemen, would now like to present the UVA-Y's Army ROTC cadets who will be commissioned today as second lieutenants in the United States Army. The commissionees are Cadet Zachary Cannon and Cadet Conor Jessee. I will now administer the oath. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Zachary Cannon. I, Conor Jessee.
Do solemnly swear
Do solemnly swear
to support and defend the Constitution of the United States
to support and defend the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well
and that I will well
and faithfully
and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the office on which I'm about to enter.
on the office upon which I'm about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Attention to orders. The President of the United States has reposed special trust and confidence in the patriotism, valor, fidelity, abilities of Zachary Cannon and Conor Jessee, and hereby appoints them to the grade of second lieutenant in the United States Army, to the rank of such from the 7th day of May, 2021. These officers will therefore carefully and diligently discharge the duties of the office to which they have been appointed by doing and performing all manner of things thereunto belonging, and I do strictly charge and require those officers and other personnel of lesser rank to render such obedience as due an officer of this grade and position. These officers are to observe and follow such orders and directions from time to time as may be given by the President of the United States of America or other superior officers acting in accordance with the laws of the United States of America. The commission is to continue in force during the pleasure of the President of the United States of America under provisions of those public laws relating to officers of the Armed Forces of the United States of America and the components thereof in which the appointment is made. Signed, the Honorable John E. Whitley, Secretary of the Army. Please be seated. Second Lieutenant Cannon will be penned by his parents Robert and Kathy Cannon and his girlfriend Devin Ashby. Zachary Robert Cannon served as executive officer and company commander in the Cavalier Company. The son of Robert and Kathy Cannon of Virginia Beach, Virginia, Zachary has earned a Bachelor of Science degree in Business Administration and is receiving his United States Army commission in the Tennessee National Guard as a second lieutenant in the Quartermaster Corps. Upon graduation, Second Lieutenant Cannon will be a company-level executive officer with the 278th Armored Cav Regiment in Lafayette, Tennessee. On the civilian side, Second Lieutenant Cannon will be working as a route service sales representative for Cintas in Nashville, Tennessee. His current goals are to obtain an active Guard Reserve position within the Tennessee National Guard. Second Lieutenant Cannon would like to thank all those who supported him in his efforts to attain his goal of becoming an Army officer, his parents for their unconditional support, siblings and his friends from high school and college, cadre both past and present, fellow ROTC cadets, and Captain Brenay. Ladies and gentlemen, Second Lieutenant Zachary Cannon. Second Lieutenant Cannon will receive his first salute from Sergeant Retired Thomas Scholl. Second Lieutenant Cannon, your remarks.
Good evening. Thank you to everybody that took their time to be here. These last 4 years have flown by, and I was blessed to be at such a great school. I can't believe that I am finally at the day where I commission. It seems like yesterday I was sitting in my freshman military science class next to Conor and keeping to myself and not saying much. In our class were about 6 to 7 other people. If you would have told me it would just be us by the time we commissioned, I probably wouldn't believe it. There's a few cons to being just us two, but I'm glad that it turned out this way. My relationship was able to grow closer with Conor throughout the 4 years, and because of that, it made our junior and senior years easier. He taught me the importance of no matter what, just displaying effort to everything I do, and that hard work will be the biggest factor that will speak for our successes. My parents and my siblings have supported me through these 4 years, and I want to thank them for all their sacrifices they have made to put me in this position today. My parents, both being Clinch Valley College graduates, were crucial in helping a kid from Virginia Beach get settled into this great area. My sophomore year, I was blessed to meet my beautiful girlfriend, Devin, who has pushed me through some very stressful times. Her family has also been there for me to help me during these 4 years. Sergeant Scholl and Major Sandifer have guided me through these 4 years and showed me the family aspect I needed 7 hours away from home. The difference between this program 2 years ago and now is crazy to think about. Captain Brenay came in here ready to grow the program and build leaders for today's Army. He has instilled many leadership traits into me that will stick with me and constantly grow as I progress through my career in the Army and also my career on the civilian side. I want to also thank Coach Darman and all the great coaches I have come across with the UVA-Wise football program. He was always my biggest supporter and was very helpful when prioritizing football and ROTC. He and his staff taught me how to juggle my responsibility, which turned me into a better man. UVA-Wise has brought many blessings to me. The professors I learned from here have prepared me to step out into the workforce ready to learn and grow. To all future and current cadets, buy into this program and use it to guide you into better people in society. I know it is hard at times, but just put forth 100% effort and the rewards will present itself simultaneously. I hope that you all know that I am a phone call away for any advice or guidance that you may need. This has been a great 4 years. Continue to grow this program and build better people. Fighting Cavs.
Second Lieutenant Conor Jessee will be pinned by his grandmother, Carol Nash, and fiancée, Rachel Riley. Conor Nash Jessee from Fredericksburg, Virginia, served as a supply NCO, personnel NCO, executive officer, and company commander in the Cavalier Company of the Buccaneer Battalion. The son of Tina and Eric Jessee of Wise, Virginia, Conor has earned a Bachelor of Arts degree in government and is a distinguished military graduate. He is receiving his United States Army commission as a second lieutenant in the Medical Service Corps. Upon completion of the Medical Service Corps Officer Basic Course, he'll be assigned to the 1st and 75th Cavalry Regiment, 2nd Brigade Combat Team, and 101st Airborne Division at Fort Campbell, Kentucky. His career goals include service in the U.S. Army as a company commander and to continue his education to achieve a Master's of Healthcare Administration degree. Second Lieutenant Jessee would like to thank the staff and the cadre of UVA Wise and his credits his academic success to the support of his family and his fiancee who helped him achieve his goal of graduating summa cum laude. Ladies and gentlemen, Second Lieutenant Conor Jessee. Second Lieutenant Jessee will receive his first salute from his father, Eric Jessee. Second Lieutenant Jessee, your remarks.
All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for taking your time to be at this significant moment for Cannon and myself. I'd like to give special thanks to Major Sandifer and Sergeant Scholl for holding my hand for the past 4 years to get me to this moment. I would also like to thank the mentorship I received from Captain Brenay, Colonel Redman, Ms. Piazza, and Dr. Eric Smith for propelling myself down a path of achievement. I would like to firmly attribute my academic and personal development to my backbone, my family. I thrive thanks to the constant affirmation and support from my parents and grandparents. I also need to give special recognition to my Aunt Teresa, who has done more for me than any other aunt has ever done. Lastly, I would like to give special thanks to my fiancée for being the one to give me a kick in the rear when I'm slacking or feeling down. She was the one who made me feel like a little baby when I was complaining about my beautiful vacation this summer at Fort Knox. I'm proud to say from early on I knew that I not only had a home at UVA Wise, but also a family. I think it struck me when I sat on my friend Connor Patton's room around 5 a.m. listening to Temple of the Dog, and it was not only at the right place, but around the right people. I want people to know not to be sullen about the end of something, but joyous of the unknown and ever-coming future. All good things must come to an end, but that does not mean the end of good things. Hopefully at this point, Cannon isn't crying. Put that in parentheses. I am more than excited to start my future career and feel well prepared for my experiences at UVA Wise. So fighting Cavs, if you don't remember anything from me, remember this. Put all your effort into what you truly desire and you will achieve your goals. Remember, it's people first. Make sure your cadets and future soldiers know that you care and they will be there for you when the time comes. With that being said, I have one last final thing. Fighting Cavs.
On behalf of the University of Virginia's College at Wise and the Military Science Department, I would like to bid farewell to our new lieutenants and wish them well in their future endeavors. This concludes our commissioning ceremony. Thank you.